If you drive a European car, you know how hard it is to find a place to put your phone. Do you put it in between here and let it flop around here? Do you put it in between here and let it slide around over here? Do you put it in the cup holders and risk it flying into the back of your trunk whenever you accelerate? Or do you skip all of those options entirely and get a magnetic phone mount that puts it perfectly out of your way? What I have for you guys today is the Renline magnetic phone mount. This isn't just the magnetic one, this is also the non-charging MagSafe version, meaning it works with the MagSafe on your iPhone 12 or newer. You just plop it on and it sticks on just as if it were OEM. Not only is this Renline phone mount incredibly easy to mount up, not only is it adjustable, but it also keeps it out of the way of all of your physical buttons and controls. It also makes a great mount if you want to film yourself in the passenger seat or if you want to watch movies while parked. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to install this using just your hands and a Torx T20 screwdriver. So to begin, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull on the back of this dash trim right here. Now, you want to be incredibly careful as to not break this when pulling it out. And then after a little bit of pulling, it should just pull right off like this. Now, to me, it looks like this one has never been removed before, so it has not a ton of slack. So for the time being, we're just gonna kind of sort of rest it out of the way there. So what we need access to, if I turn on our dome lights here, we need access to these two Torx T20s, and we're also gonna need access to these two T20s. Primarily, these two are where the bracket is gonna mount right in. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and loosen these T20s right here. You really just need a screwdriver. You don't really need an impact. That's purely optional if you want the extra torque. Then we're gonna fully remove these T20s on the side here. Go and set that gently on the console there. And we're going to fully take out this one as well. Now, I definitely recommend an impact if you're looking to save some time. As well, you can also pull this out and fully disconnect the hazard light and the door lock button if you want this truly out of your way. But since I'm only going to be here for like 5 minutes, it doesn't really matter. So then we're going to go ahead and pull the head unit partially out here. And this is where we're going to align this bracket. So you can kind of see how the mount goes in. It basically mounts between these two holes right here. So first we're going to go ahead and unbox our Renline phone mount accessory kit. So you get a nice little Allen wrench. You get a nice little joystick or a ball right here. This is your ball mount that you're going to mount your MagSafe mount to. Now you just unscrew this and you just poke that little guy through once it's loose enough. There we go. And that gives you a lot more room for adjustment in the future if you want as well. Now, there's this ring when you get it on the MagSafe version. There's this 3M tape. Don't pull the 3M tape because this guy is actually a separate magnet. So even if your phone doesn't have MagSafe like my iPhone does, you can just peel this off and put it on whatever phone you want. Now, the next step is this little guy on the end of the ball here. We're going to take our little Allen wrench and we're going to actually unscrew it off of here. And then we're going to take that, if you can see that, I'm going to pull this guy off right here. It's quite a long thread, I like that. So before you put the magnet onto the mount, make sure you put the joystick mount back on. This was a rookie mistake that I made in my outtake actually. So we're going to go ahead and fix that mistake real quick. Not really a big deal, but let's go ahead and get this bad boy back on. Alrighty, and we can see that it's fully tightened on like that. This is what it should look like when it's all ready to go. Now we're gonna go ahead and pull our dash back out of the way here. We're gonna go ahead and pull this head unit back out. Again, this is why I recommend just disconnecting everything before you do the install because it definitely makes things a little bit easier. Now, we're gonna go ahead and put that back in there, push that as tight as we can, and then we're gonna go ahead and thread those screws right back into place. And you can see already this foam mount is making quite a big difference, and it doesn't even get in the way of any of the buttons. Also, don't forget to tighten your other two T20s on the driver's side. And then for the last step, all we're gonna do, we're gonna put this bad boy back together. And there you go. It's as easy as that. Wow, that was an incredibly easy install. Now, instead of putting my phone willy-nilly and letting it fly into the back of my trunk whenever I accelerate, now I can put it on this mount and keep it out of the way of everything. Now, some initial thoughts. Whenever I am accelerating or getting on the freeway, this doesn't move around at all. It actually doesn't become discoupled from the magnet. The magnets are super strong. However, when you're on a more vibrating road, you will find that this vibrates a little bit. Now, I'm going to be taking video later on to show you guys what it looks like from the phone's perspective. However, this is honestly not a deal breaker as it doesn't damage anything going on over here. All it does is it just shakes around a little bit, but it's not going to discouple it from the magnet or anything else. Now, one little thing, the screw can get pulled out pretty easily when making little tiny incremental adjustments, so I always recommend keeping this a little bit loose. Now, these Renline foam mounts were on sale for $55. The $55 gets you the magnetic foam mount, and it also gets you the bracket that goes on the back. However, with shipping and taxes, it came out to around $73, which is a lot for just a piece of metal. However, I ordered it from Renline's website so I could get this MagSafe version rather than the old school version where you put a magnetic plate on the back of your phone. That probably would have saved me like $10 in shipping, but this is well worth it to me because now I actually have a place that's out of the way of my center console, and it's a very secure place to put my phone, and it won't fly around when I'm accelerating. So despite the price, I highly recommend you guys take a look at the Renline foam mount for whatever European vehicle you might have. But no matter what vehicle you have, and no matter how much you accelerate, I hope you guys drive safe. Thank you for not using your phone while driving, and thank you for watching.